All right, guys, before this podcast begins, I just wanted to do just a little bit of some vocal warm ups. I hope you guys don't mind, but podcasting it isn't so easy being so cheesy all the time. So I hope you guys don't mind if I do a little bit of vocal warm ups, okay?
Wait, wait.
All right, I think I'm ready. I think I'm warmed up for this episode. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the CheeseCast. I'm your host, Dr. Cheese. Hope you all have been having a great day and happy summer. It's summertime. I'm pretty excited. I've been having a great summer so far. I've been hard at work making more videos for you guys. So, yeah, been having a fun time making videos, playing games, and watching some epic shows and stuff. So, yeah, it's been pretty chill. Yeah. But before we begin today's episode, we have to answer the riddle from the last episode. Get a little stutter there, but all right. So, if you're new to the CheeseCast, basically what we do on this podcast is I read you one fun fact, I tell you a joke, and we do a riddle. Yeah. But the thing is, with the riddle, I'll ask you the riddle in one episode, and the following episode, the answer to the riddle will be revealed. So, the riddle from last episode was I am easy to lift, but hard to throw. What am I? It's a pretty tough riddle, I gotta admit. I think I guessed the lunchbox because, depending on how much lunch is in the lunchbox, it could be kind of hard to pick up and throw. So, I'm just saying, like, so I guess the lunchbox. So let's read the answer. So I'll say it again. I'll say it again. The riddle was I am easy to lift but hard to throw. What am I? The answer is a feather. All right. That's a pretty clever riddle, I gotta admit. I wouldn't have thought that. Easy to lift but hard to throw, a feather. That makes sense because it's like paper, you can lift anybody can lift paper. But I mean, the if it's throwing it, I'd say that's a little more difficult to throw a piece of paper, you know? Yeah. Feathers are feathers are pretty hard to throw. Anyway. Yeah, so let's get into the very first topic, the main headline of today's episode of the podcast. Also, thank you guys for tuning in. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, thanks for stopping by, man. You know, it's pretty cool. Thank you guys for being here and thank you guys for listening. Yeah, glad I could be here with you on this podcast. But today's main headline is so, this summer, I obtained my very first official job. Ooh, aw, shucks, guys. You didn't have to clap for me. Ah, shucks. So yeah, I'm I'm a lifeguard. Yeah, it's pretty cool. My first job. It's so cool. It took a little bit of training, a little bit of work to get certified to be a lifeguard, but I did it, and now I have a job, and I'm getting paid for that. So now I can like pay the bills and support the kids. It's good that I can finally do that. Um, yeah, it feels great. For the most part, lifeguarding really isn't that hard. I gotta admit, it's pretty chill. It's a pretty good first job experience. I gotta admit. I honestly don't think it's that bad. I would go as far as to say that I enjoy my job. I'm a little SpongeBob over here. But yeah, guess I can go into detail about talking about lifeguarding. So, basically, at my pool facility, there's two sub jobs of being a lifeguard there. You're either up on the chair, being a lifeguard, and like scanning the pool for any swimmers in distress, or you're at the pool, the entrance to the pool, checking the members in, and that's it. It's really just two parts of a job, which are both really easy, and that's awesome. You know, it's a chill job. I get paid for it, and the pool I work at is only like, you know, within walking distance. It's like 20 minutes away, so it's like pretty cool. Yeah, it works out. It's very convenient. It's like kind of odd. It's kind of scary how convenient my job is. But yeah, just those two sub jobs and that's it. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have too many problems with my job. I'd say the only minor ones is that like when I'm like up on the chair being a lifeguard, scanning the pool for any actively or passively drowning people. That's what they call it. Um, it's kind of easy to start like dazing off and stuff like that because I start daydreaming very easily if I'm doing something that I don't want to do. So yeah, it could be very easy to like lose focus when you're lifeguarding, but um and also like some of the members at my pool, not all of them, but some members at my pool, let's just say they're not the kindest type of people. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. But not all of them. Not all of them are like just rude. Dude, I had this one guy, like, he was like this buff dad, and like he was giving me back talk because I was trying to enforce the pool rules. Like he was just being really rude. Like, just cut me a break, dude. I'm new. Like, whatever. But yeah, other than that, it's lifeguarding. I like my job. It's it's pretty fun. Yeah. So if you're a young teen listening to this podcast or watching this podcast, I recommend um you just work as a lifeguard. It's a first good job experience. You get paid well. It's pretty chill. And yeah. So yeah, that's my lifeguarding experience. It's pretty cool. Um I guess we can move on to our fun fact of today's episode. So, the fun fact of CheeseCast episode 3 is this one doesn't come from any website. This is just sort of like a general knowledge thing, I guess. But the heaviest animal brain belongs to the sperm whale at a whopping 7.8 kilograms. I think it's 7.8 kg. I think that's kilograms. I think that's right. Or for my American folk out there, that's 17 pounds. That's a 17-pound brain you got there. Like, it's kind of crazy, man. Like, imagine walking around, like, just walking down the hall at school with, like, a 17-pound brain. That would be a pretty heavy brain. You'd need, like prosthetics to keep your head up. Because how heavy your brain would be. Dang. I wonder why it's the sperm whale, though. Like, I don't know. I guess whales, they're kind of related to dolphins, and dolphins are, like, one of the smartest mammals. I think they are. It's something like that. I think they're the smartest aquatic mammals. But yeah. Dang. I guess sperm whales are just pretty darn smart then. I wonder if they can do my homework for me. That would be pretty cool. I'm losing my voice already. Dude, we're only like 10 minutes into the pod. Let me just take a little drink out of the best sparkling water ever. Bubbly. Let me just take a sip. Alright. How refreshing. How refreshing. Alright. So that was the fun fact. The next topic I wanted to talk about is, so, it's another, alright, I'm gonna break it to you guys. It's another review. You know me, I like to do my little reviews, but it's another movie review. You know, so the movie in question is Inside Out 2. I saw Inside Out 2 with my family about maybe a week and a half ago, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very sorry guys. I thought it was a very heartwarming experience because like I remember back in like 2015, I saw the first Inside Out in theaters. It was just such a great time to be a kid, you know. Back when life was all sunshine and rainbows. I mean, you still got sunshine and rainbows when you're older, but like, you know, there's more stuff you have to do. But like anyway. So like yeah, when I was a kid, I watched the first Inside Out in theaters way back in 2015. You know, I can't believe 2015 was 9 years ago. I'm getting old, man. But yeah, it's a very nostalgic experience. And when I saw Inside Out 2, it just reminded me of that feeling that I had almost forgotten, you know? I never really realized how much I loved the original Inside Out movie. So yeah, this Inside Out 2 was a pleasant surprise for me. I really enjoyed it. Um yeah. So like what do I think of it? Nostalgia aside, what do I think of the movie? It's first of all, it's a great movie. That's first of all, yeah, it's just a great movie. I think the plot was a it was a lot similar to the original. If I'm being honest, there was a lot of elements they reused, but they did add some new story elements, and they sort of respanned the movie in a way where it was its own movie. So yeah, it stands out from the original. I think that's the best way of putting it. I wouldn't say it's better than the original. I say it's as good as the original. I say they're both pretty equal. And the best part is they made Inside Out 2 in a way where you didn't have to watch the first Inside Out in order to enjoy the second one. It's one of those movies, you know. Um but yeah, Inside Out 2 was just a great movie, you know. It's just a very heartwarming experience. There was a lot of scenes that I could relate to, a lot of scenes that I thought just looked really cool. And yeah, it also had a pretty wholesome ending. So I always love me a nice wholesome ending to a movie. So yeah, Inside Out 2, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. It's a very heartwarming Pixar experience. Another classic Pixar experience. Let me take another sip. All right. So, what are we at? 15 minutes? 15 minutes already. Dang. It didn't feel like 15 minutes. But next on my list is I'm going to ask you guys a little question. So, you guys know the Avengers. Pretty sure all of you know the Avengers. If you don't, I mean, I guess you live under a rock, but like that's okay. If you don't know the Avengers, it's fine with me. But like anyway, so everybody knows the Avengers. I think everybody knows the X-Men. I feel like nobody talks about the X-Men as much as the Avengers. I'm a huge X-Men fan. I love the X-Men. I like the movies. I watched the new X-Men cartoon that came out on Disney Plus. It was pretty good. So I'm a big X-Men fan. So, who do you guys think is cooler? The Avengers or the X-Men? This is a pretty tough one. So let's look at the Avengers. Who do they have? They have Iron Man, Captain America, Thor. They got the Hulk. Sometimes they have Spider-Man. I know not every piece of media Spider-Man is in the Avengers, but hold on. My camera is Oh no, my camera's going to die. Alright guys, sorry about that. My camera just said it was about to die in like 4 minutes, so I quickly plugged it in with my high intellect. I use my high intellect to quickly plug it in. So yeah, we're back up. We're back up. We're all good. So yeah, as I was saying, who do you guys think is cooler, Avengers versus the X-Men? Yeah, like I said, we got Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, sometimes Spider-Man. Among others, there's like so many other Avengers in the Avengers. There's just so many like countless members. But yeah, Iron Man, he was one of he was my first favorite superhero. You know, Iron Man is just so like his suit up scenes in the movies are like the best suit up scenes in like cinema history. I'm not even joking. Iron Man suit ups are so cool. I still watch them to this day and think they're so cool. Captain America, I feel like he's a little underrated. I feel like since his powers are so basic, like his only power is like super strength and like super intellect, I guess. He's not really like it's not really super intellect, it's just super instinct, you know? But yeah, I don't know. Captain America is cool because like his powers are so basic. And then you got Thor, dude. Who doesn't think Thor is cool? He's Thor. He has lightning powers. He has his giant hammer or his axe. He can fly, and he has those luscious locks. You know, that's pretty cool. Spider-Man, dude. All of these heroes are so cool. Spider-Man, oh man, I think Spider-Man is probably my favorite right now. I've had a lot of favorites. It went from like Iron Man to like Spider-Man to Captain America to Thor to back to Spider-Man. Literally all of the Avengers have been my favorite superhero at one point. But yeah. So those are the Avengers. But what about the X-Men? The X-Men. They got Wolverine. Dude. All right. I think Wolverine might be the coolest out of everybody here. I'm not even joking. Dude, when I first watched the X-Men movies, I used to pretend I was like Wolverine, and I was like in 8th grade. So like, I don't know. That sounds pretty childish, but like, I still pretended I was Wolverine when I was in 8th grade when I first watched the X-Men movies. I had the claws. I had the leather jacket. Oh man, Wolverine. He's just a classic, man. And then we got Cyclops, dude. Nobody really knows the X-Men as much as they do the Avengers, but like, if you guys know the X-Men, Cyclops, he is so cool. He shoots laser beams out of his eyes, and that's it. But just like Captain America, that's what makes him so cool. Is that his powers are so basic? Because I feel like so many superheroes nowadays, they have like, oh, they can control time and they can control the space of the multiverse and the universe. I don't know. I just feel like it's so oversaturated. But then you go back to like heroes like Cyclops and Captain America, where they only have like very simple powers. They're very street level, I guess, and that's what makes them cool. Next up, you got Professor X on the X Men, Charles Xavier. He's Professor X. He's so cool. You know, he uses the mind control thing all the time. He can like, I think he can. Can he move objects? Like, can he? Because I know he can read minds, but I don't know if he can like use his psychic powers to like move stuff. I think he can. Yeah, I think he can. Yeah, why did I forget that? That's like one of his coolest powers. And then, all right, we also have Jean Grey, the Phoenix on the X-Men. All right, this is a little bit of a niche character. Not really. She's one of the main X-Men, but for those of you who don't know, Jean Grey, otherwise known as the Phoenix, let me just read off her powers to you guys. Jean Grey has flight, telepathy, telekinesis and force fields, pyrokinesis, teleportation, energy absorption, hyperspeed, and she can kill anyone just by thinking about it. That's a little overpowered, if you ask me. But yeah, it's a pretty tough match. But I'm gonna go with the X-Men. I've been a bigger X-Men fan than the Avengers. Don't get me wrong. I love the Avengers. Infinity War was my favorite Avengers movie. And Endgame, you know, it's Avengers Endgame. Everybody loves Avengers Endgame. But, like, honestly, I think I'm more of an X-Men fan. I'm just saying. I just, that's how I feel, you know? Yeah. Wolverine, man. He's so cool. You know, yeah, I'm not going to talk about it too much because this is, you know, my channel is family friendly, but Deadpool and Wolverine, it's coming out like, what is it, next week? I think it's coming out like next week, yeah. Maybe 2 weeks, I don't know. But like, it's rated R, so like, I don't know if I'm going to go and see it, but like, if I did go and see it, I would just want to see it for Wolverine. Like, that's it. Like, I'm such a Wolverine fan. He's so cool. Man. Yeah. So that's that bit. That's that little topic, a little, what do they call it? Segment. Yeah. So now we can move on to our joke of the episode. How long have we been going? 24 minutes? Pretty radical, dude. Uh, yeah. So the joke of today's episode is, get ready for this. This one comes from parade.com. All right, get ready for this one, guys. What kind of shorts do clouds wear? Thunderpants! Oh man, that was a real knee slapper, as they say. What kind of shorts do clouds wear? Thunderpants. It's really clever. It's truly really clever. But yeah, that brings us to our last topic of this episode of the CheeseCast. But yeah, we are doing something that we haven't done on the CheeseCast before. We're doing another food snack review, and that is, we are going to be reviewing Peeps ICEE Blue Raspberry. So, you know, it's summertime. It's a great time to eat some icy flavored Peeps, icy blue raspberry. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, guys, did you guys notice that I'm wearing my summer shirt? Oh, I love this shirt, dude. It just yells summer. I got it at Walmart, so like that's when you know it's really quality. But look at that, it's like pink, orange, yellow, and it's like it feels really comfortable too. Anyway, yeah, look at how well it pairs with my shirt. Like, look at those colors, man. Like, that just looks pretty cool. So yeah, we're gonna be trying out some new Peeps, icy blue raspberry. I got these like after my Peeps video, so that's why I didn't try them in that video. So yeah, enough waffling. Let's just try out these Peeps. So I'm gonna open them up. Let's get a little bit of that package crinkling. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right, let's open them up, guys. How should I open these up? Guess open them from the side, I guess. I love the packaging too. The packaging on Peeps is like top notch. I'm not even joking. Like they make Peeps packaging look so like collectible and stuff. I don't know. It just looks very pleasing. Alrighty. Pretty excited. Come on. Try not to rip too much of it. Come on. I ripped a little bit, but that's okay. That's just enough. That's good. Alright, let's slide one rack out. Alright, we got a rack of blue raspberry ICEE Peeps. Show that up close. Looking pretty blue, pretty summertime flavory. I almost dropped them. Not gonna make that mistake again. Ooh. They smell kind of interesting. They smell, I don't know. They have that Peeps smell where it sort of smells like cakey a little bit. It smells a little bit like cake, but for the most part, it does smell like blue raspberry. Um, let's just try one. So they are blue on the inside. I kind of wanted that. They're blue on the inside as well. So yeah, let's just give it a bite. Hmm. 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 Ooh. Hmm. Weird. All right. So that was very interesting. Um, I don't know. It doesn't really taste like an icy. If I'm being honest, it's not bad. It doesn't taste bad. I don't know. It sort of just felt like it wasn't mixed properly. Like the formula didn't really like mesh together in the right way they wanted to. I don't know. It's so weird to describe. Like when I first bit into it, it was like this. It was like this very bland marshmallow flavor. But then like later on, you get hit with like. It didn't really taste like blue raspberry. It tastes more like blueberry. You taste that blueberry, and then I tasted raisin. I don't know how else to describe it, but I tasted raisin. I don't know why. It just reminded me of a raisin. But there's a lot of flavors packed into this. There's like that pre-taste, there's that starting taste, and then there's the aftertaste. Let me take another bite. Yeah. Yeah, I'm tasting that raisin. I don't know why it tastes like a raisin. All right. Honestly, these aren't that bad. I don't like to be too harsh to the stuff I'm reviewing cuz I don't know. Cuz you got to like take into account that like whatever you're reviewing, there's so many people that put in like so much hard work to make that product. And like I get it's good for like constructive criticism, but like I don't know. I just like to give stuff good scores on my reviews. But I'm gonna give these. I'm gonna give them a 6 out of 10. They're not bad. They're not bad peeps. No peep is created bad. But they could definitely use some improvement. But yeah, those are the blue raspberry ICEE Peeps. Yeah, these will be good to eat for summer. So yeah, that's that, and I guess we're gonna have to close out this episode, this fine episode of the CheeseCast, with our riddle. So, are you guys ready for this? Another classic CheeseCast riddle. All right, this one comes from today.com. Like, I think this is like the Today channel, the news channel, something like that. All right, this one comes from today.com. What has one eye but can't see? I'll say it again. What has one eye but can't see? The eye of the tiger. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. The eye of the tiger. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Rising up on the streets. I don't know the song. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if that was annoying or not, but like, I'm glad you came to hang out with me for this episode 3 of the CheeseCast. We're getting there. We're building this podcast up. You know. So yeah. Tune in next time if you wanna hang out with me on the couch and yeah, have a good time. Once again, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all continue to have a great summer. Continue to have a great day. And yeah. Bye bye.